G'day everyone, Buck up in far north Queensland on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Bit breezy, few clouds hanging around, but I reckon we'll be good for a cook up this afternoon. You're probably thinking, Buck, what are you doing sitting in front of a heap of Besser bricks? Well, as the title's probably given it away, I'm going to cook up Roz's famous, bloody world famous, coconut curry chicken, Torres Strait Island recipe, guys. And I'm going to do it on a home-built rocket stove. And I'm going to do it using 4 Besser bricks, or if you're over in America, I think you call them center blocks, and 2 Besser brick caps, basically, just like a paver, 2 Besser brick caps. And that's all we need to build a rocket stove. Now, I've never tried this before. I've never tried to cook on this. We're going to cook in the cast iron camp ovens. Going to do the coconut curry chicken in the big one, and do some basmati rice in the little one. Going to try and cook it all on homemade rocket stove. And I was talking to Gidgy last night, and he's got a bloody great rocket stove. Go Zebby! Zebby the cat behind the camera. How are you, buddy? Yeah, and Ken said make sure the trick with a rocket stove, Scotty Bruce made him an absolute cracker. Ken's got it down there in Brizzy. How are you, Zeb? And he said face it towards the wind so you get that thing. So I've got some breeze coming in from the ocean side. And so I'll build it. I'll show you how to build it in a minute, and I'll get it with the opening facing east, and see if we can get a bit of airflow going. I've never tried this before, as I said. It could be a failure. I've got the stove on standby inside, but I don't know. I reckon we'll go. I've got some kindling now. I bought a bag of kindling from Bunnings. I'll use the smaller wood, and we'll get her in there. But anyway, I saw this on YouTube, and I think a Yank made it, and they said, oh, I build a rocket stove out of centre blocks, they call them over there. And I thought, well, I got bloody 4 Besser bricks sitting around the backyard. I went and bought these from the local hardware, cost about $3 each, just the caps there. Anyway, I'm going to have a sip of me beer, take in the beautiful afternoon. Been working doing some renos this morning. We've got the bathroom all finished now, and we got a new toilet put in and tiles in the toilet. Roz has got me finishing the toilet off, the painting and doing all the trims and everything up. So I've been doing a bit of painting this morning. I've earned myself a beer. Might have a few more sips of this, and then we'll get in and show you how to make a rocket stove out of 4 Besser bricks and a couple of caps. Oh, looking forward to this one, I really am. Righto guys, so show you how to build it. Really simple. Gonna go and grab the first Besser brick, and it just goes like that with that side up, okay? You don't want the holes pointing up. You want a flat surface there. Next we go and get the 2 caps. Put the caps like so. Make sure they don't fall off. Get them towards the edge. Like that. Righto. Now we go and grab another Besser block, and I'm going to sit it like that with the holes. So now we want the holes there, okay? Like that. Righto. Now we get the back. This will be the back here, so when I block it off, like so, we want to block the back of the oven. So this is the back of the oven, and we'll go and get the front. And the front goes like so, with the hole facing out. So what I'll do is I'll grab the camera off the tripod and I'll give you a walk around, so if you missed how I did that, you can see how it's done. So there it is there. So the bottom brick, the bottom block there, got the flat bit on the top, the two caps, and I'll give you a look down. Then the top one, like there. So the flames are going to come out, or the heat's going to come up that way, okay? The back, like that, we've blocked the back of the oven off with that brick. And this one here, we've got it so the air can feed in there. So the air We don't go in that one. We feed our wood in from there. The air gets sucked in here. And then the heat rises up. The heat's got nowhere else to go except up. Okay, so heat will come in there, the air, and up there. Sit the camp oven on there, and there's our rocket stove. And what we can do is we can keep feeding wood down this way if we want, or we can feed the wood in that way. And I reckon there's going to be plenty of room there where we can probably just keep dropping wood down that way. If we want more heat, the flames will come up. Anyway, there she is. Buck's homemade rocket stove. I reckon it's going to work, guys. What do you reckon? 4 Bessa bricks and a couple of Bessa brick caps, and we've got a rocket stove. Now, will it work? That's the big $1 million question. So the good thing about this rocket stove is you can put actually 2 camp ovens on if you want. So we're going to do the basmati rice in this and the coconut curry chicken in that. But what I might do is just do the coconut curry chicken first, and then what you can do, put that down here, keeps nice and warm, and then we can do the basmati rice afterwards and just put that on there. And the good thing with these bricks, you've got a bit of bench space. If you want to cook up a gravy or anything like that, you can just put your skillet over there, cook on your skillet. What a great little way to cook in the backyard. I'll tell you what, I don't think, if this works, this isn't going to be the last time you see this. What a great way. You don't have to have a big fancy barbecue. You can just have these sitting in the corner somewhere, and when you want to have a bit of a cook up in the backyard, go on kids, go and grab the Bessa bricks, make the rocket stove and have a cook up in the backyard. It's a little bit early to get it going yet. I'll start burning it in probably an hour's time, get the wood going and everything. I'll make sure all the wood's chopped up nice and fine. We don't want big chunks of wood, guys, for a rocket stove, just small pieces, okay, so they burn better. Unlike a big fire, with a rocket stove you use smaller pieces of wood. I'll tell you what, I'm liking the look of this. This is going to be bloody good. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty confident this is going to work. Got a nice breeze coming in this way, and that should go in there, the air in there, and feed that fire so it keeps going. That's the whole idea of a rocket stove. It sucks the air in one end, and the heat's only got one way to go, and that's up, and that's through here. It can't get out anywhere else. It's got to, the heat's got to, heat rises, heat's got to come out these 2 top bits here. I reckon she's going to work. So like any time you want to cook on fire, start getting it ready early. Don't want to cook at 4 o'clock and start it at 4. So I want to burn this fire in nice and early. Got my natural fire lighters here. Get them going. This one here. Get this side going. Go on, start up. Yeah, you can see the wind coming in there, so it's already acting like a... There we go. Rightio. Then fire lighters. I'm just going to feed some wood in like this from the top for now. They should get going. Righto. Feed the timber in from the top for now. Righto. That'll all catch and burn down. Once it starts burning down, we can feed it in from the front then. Yeah, look at that. That's working beautifully already. That is working perfectly. Righto, I'll see if I can show you this from the front, eh? You can see that's coming up exactly how it's supposed to. And the wind is feeding in the front here. So the breeze is coming in here and fuel in the fire, so you need oxygen for the fire. Breezes coming in this way. And exactly how, look at that. Yeah, that's a perfect example now, how the wind, and it's got a nice breeze this afternoon, is blowing in the front of the rocket stove and is lighting all that up. So we'll let all the timber burn down, gets a nice bed of coals, and then we'll start feeding the timber in as we need it. But yeah, burn your fire in early. Look at that, look how the heat's rising. We'll be able to cook on that, no worries at all. That is working perfectly. Breeze is blowing in there, and it's got nowhere to go except up, because I've blocked everything else off. Blocked off at the sides, blocked off at the back with that back Besser brick. Perfect. Right, we'll come back when she's burning in a bit, eh? Righto guys, here we go. Using Bobby Az's lifter here. Take that off and out. Get that. Oh yeah, that's getting nice and hot. That's how we want it. Righto. First things first, good glug of olive oil. Good glug of olive oil in there. And I only have one onion left. Normally I put a couple onions in. Brown our onions off. Rightio. Might move that camp oven into the middle so I get the even heat. The trick here is going to be to keep the heat up to this camp oven. Right, let's soften that onion, and then we're going to put some garlic and ginger in. Rightio, I'm going to cheat guys, you can use freshly grated ginger and garlic. I'm just going to cheat, I'm going to use the bottled stuff. A couple of nice big teaspoons. 1, 2 of the crushed ginger. And same again with some nice garlic. 1, 2 big teaspoons heaped. We'll mix that in with the onion and the olive oil. Cook that out a little bit. And then next goes the magic ingredient. The old Keen's curry. Use the Keen's traditional, guys. That's what the Torres Strait Islanders always use. That's the one you get in all the supermarkets here. Keen's curry powder. Where's it from actually? It's one we've always used even as kids. I'll find out where it's from and let you know. But I'm getting some nice heat on this camp oven. Getting some nice heat coming up through. It's really good. Now for the curry, I don't know how much to put in. I'm going to start with 4 heaped teaspoons. We're going to cook the curry out. Don't add the curry into the milk and that. We've got to cook that curry out. 2. That one's gone. 2, we'll do another couple here. Oh boy, you should smell that now. You should smell that. As soon as that curry hits the oil. Go 5, eh? Ooh. Now what we're going to do is cook that curry powder. Cook that curry powder out in the oil and get a nice, that'll thicken right up now. And then what we'll do is add a little bit of water, but we've got to cook that curry powder, Roz said. Always make sure, cook the curry powder out. Got some on the side there, but keep mixing him around on the bottom of the camp oven. It's starting to go really dry. No, we don't want to burn it, but we want to turn it into like a thick paste before we put some liquid in. You see that forming into a thick paste there? Yeah. As you can see, I'm getting instructions off the side here. Roz is having a cold beer. Supervising from a distance. If I do anything wrong, I'll know about it. I'll just cook that curry powder out a little bit more. Righto, so what we got here is about 4 chicken wings, guys, that have been, or niblets, whatever you want to call them, chicken wings. We're going to put that in. Always use, Ross said always use some chicken with bone in it. Get that extra flavour. Now what we got to do is mix the chicken and get the curry to infuse into that chicken. That's a big word, isn't it? We'll get that curry paste coated all over the chicken wings before we put any liquid in. Just coat that chicken. There's a good heat coming up there. You don't want it too hot and we don't want it we've just got a good heat coming in at the moment. Get that curry powder down in there. Coat that chicken. So a little bit dry now. So what I'm going to do, just a little bit of liquid, guys. Just a tiny bit. We're starting to turn that dried curry paste now into the curry powder into a paste. And you see there, that's turning into a nice curry paste. We'll keep coating the chicken like that. Oh, yeah, you should smell that. Really good. Righto, next ingredient, about a bit over 1 kilo of chicken thigh, diced up into nice big cubes. Use chicken thigh, it's a lot nicer in a curry, guys. So in it goes. Kilogram of diced chicken thigh, and we do the same with this now. We're going to coat that curry paste all over the chicken. I reckon it needs a splash more water. If your curry starts looking a bit dry, just a little bit more water for now, just to get it into a bit of a paste so it coats that chicken even better. Look at it starting to get all that chicken infused with the curry paste. Righto. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put the lid on and I'm going to check my fire. Good one, Buck. Ding dong and everything. We've got the Aspas lifter here. Get on there. Righto. G'day everyone. I went inside, got Lukey's Tassie Devil mitt that he gave us, Lukey Reed. Speaking of Lukey Reed, he is down at watching the Bathurst 1000, guys. Give this another stir. That's, oh yeah, that's going well. Woo! Smoke gets in your eyes. Holy dooly. Probably a tiny bit more water, Roz, before I put the coconut cream in. A little bit of a splash there. And I'll tell you what I'll do now too. A little bit of salt. Give it a bit of seasoning. Righto. So we're getting all that chicken coated in that curry paste. Oh yeah. Don't skimp on the chicken either. We used to own a cafe. We used to do this in the cafe. There's nothing worse than smoke in your eyes. There's nothing worse than you get a curry and rice and there's no meat in it. So put heaps of chicken in. I'm right over the smoke here. Oh, rightio. So with a rocket stove, the good thing about this now is I can feed it from the top or I can feed it from the front. So you got 2 ways of feeding it. Really good. Righto. Let's let that simmer away a little bit more, then we're going to add the coconut cream. You see that breeze coming in the front, and you see the flames coming up, so that's what you want. So at the moment I want a good heat coming up, and then once we start simmering I'll let that die down, and then I'll control the fire. But that's working perfectly. Look at that, no smoke now, just all nice flame. Rightio, so look at that, that's sizzling away nicely. Some good heat coming up there. What we're going to do now, a couple of cans of coconut cream, guys. Give them a good shake. If you watch my first clip, I actually scrape a coconut and get the milk and the cream out of a real coconut. I've got it up there. If you look back on my YouTube channel, I actually show you how to get coconut milk out of a real coconut. Using my scraper from P&G. There's another one goes in. 2 creams. Righto. We've got to bring that to the simmer now. Righto. Oh yeah, look at that now. That's going to be a nice rich curry sauce now. We've got sweet potato and potato to go in yet. And the next thing I'm going to add in, guys, in my pocket is these little chicken. You can use chicken stock as well, but these little stock things, like a little chicken stock jelly. So I'll pop one of them in, and that just gives it more flavour. So, and that'll dissolve through the coconut cream now. Righto, so get that off. On the deck, I'll have to wash that lid on. Time for a beer. Rightio. Time to give the chicken a stir. It's only been 5 minutes or so. I'm going to let that fire burn down now because I want to simmer this, but in the meantime, lid off. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's a beautiful looking curry sauce, Roz. That's a really nice looking colour. If it's too dark, you add a little bit more milk. If it's not dark enough, you might have to add a little bit more curry paste, guys. Curry powder. Righto. So, what I've got here is a medium kumala or sweet potato, and I used a special. I like the grooves in there because the juice all sticks in the groove. So, and about 3 medium normal potatoes with the skin on, washed potatoes, and a sweet potato. So in they go. Slowly give them a stir through, and what we want to do now is just simmer this now. Let that fire die down, and we're just gonna simmer this for a good hour at least. And like all curries, this will be even nicer tomorrow. It's always nicer on the second day, if there's any left. There will be, there's plenty here. So sweet potato, ginger, garlic, onion, and chicken, guys. Nice and easy. It's a staple diet of the Torres Strait Islanders, this, it really is. Righto. Lid back on. I'll let that fire burn down now, which it is, and we just want to simmer that away. So I'll let that simmer for 20 minutes, lid off, give it a stir, simmer, and we'll let that simmer for another hour or so. Take it off the heat, and then I'll do the basmati rice in the small camp oven. Show you how to do that. Yeah, that's simmering up nice. One thing I've noticed, this brick's just cracked, guys, so anyway, there must be a bit of heat in there, but that's okay. It's only an old garden brick. She's cracked down there, but it'll still do the trick. I've got plenty more. Maybe this one was a bit old. Yeah, so these side caps here aren't cracking, but this old brick here, maybe it was a bit wet. But anyway, it's still doing the job. Just add a couple of little bit more bits in there. That's the great thing about these things. You just you can throw the wood straight in from the top. You can do it from there if you want, but when it stands up, you get a little bit more heat. And we've got a nice simmer going there. Look at that, nice yellow coconut curry chicken. You want it too dark, you don't want it too light. That's just right, I reckon. What was that, 5 heat teaspoons? Simmer that away. And as it gets a bit low, we just get our kindling and throw a little bit more down both sides. Down both ends there. This rocket stove is working perfectly. Rafa said, look everyone, he said, while Dad's cooking coconut curry chicken, he said, I'm munching on some bones. He said, I've smashed them. I've smashed all the meat off them. And now I'm sharpening my teeth up. He said, I love me bones. So classic example of the rocket stove. I started losing a bit of heat. So I've just thrown some more sticks down the front square and the back square there. Just some small bits. And you can feel the wind coming in from the front and just igniting that wood, and the heat's going straight up to the camp oven. It just works perfectly. Look at that. All starting to catch again. Beautiful. Tell you what folks, my first impressions of this simple rocket stove, it is brilliant. I just put a few little, you know, just some small bits of off-cut kindling here in there, and it's a nice breezy afternoon, and as Gidgee said, face the front towards where the wind's coming from, which I did, and a big gust of wind come there just before, and you could see the flames coming out the top because the wind was feeding in the front and the heat coming out because it's got nowhere else to go except up to the camp oven. So yeah, I'm going to give another, let that burn down, just simmer that for another half hour or so, and then I might put that on the front and just let that sit for a while, let the flavours infuse, and then I'm going to put the small camp oven on and show you how to do our basmati rice with the 1 knuckle method, not the 3 knuckle method, Tonky, the 1 knuckle method, and hopefully we'll be eating before nightfall. No footy on tonight, Friday night. Roz just said, Friday night there's no footy. We've got to work out what we're going to do with ourselves. Hopefully Kaz be out of hospital soon. Start knocking out some live feeds on a Friday night. I can start doing some Saturday night. So for all you guys got YouTube channels out there, start doing some liveys, guys. Keep everyone entertained. I think it's the way to go. Nothing worth watching on TV, so we might as well get on and say good day to each other on YouTube, eh? Righto, I might give that a stir. Rightio, so this is done. I'm going to set this off to the side now, let it rest, and then cook the rice, and we can always put that back on again just to warm it through, but that'll stay warm. But basically I just poked a knife into the potatoes. The potatoes are done. The chicken's definitely done. That's ready to go now. So what I'm going to do is, without spilling it hopefully, using Lukey's Tassie glove, Tassie devil glove, that's nice and, yep, that's alright there. So, this table out of the way. Talk about the rice. I went inside just to save time, guys. I've got 4 cups of basmati rice in here. I find basmati the best, especially for curries. Listen, just pour rice in, doesn't matter whether you use 1 cup or 10 cups. Rinse it, pour some water in. Water will go all milky. Tip the water off, give it another rinse, tip it off, just to get a bit of the starch off the rice, if that's what it's called, that stuff that makes it go all milky. Then you make sure your rice is flat. Put your water in. Put your water in. And make sure your rice is flat, and then the water comes to the first knuckle. So your tip of your finger touches the rice, water to the first knuckle. I'll probably go, no, that'll be right, that's to the first knuckle. So what I'm going to do, keep the lid off for now. Now I want to bring the water to the boil. So I'm going to add a bit more wood, just put him down here. Throw some wood straight into the top. I can put it in the other way, but when you stand it up, you get the flames come up better. So if you want more heat, stand your wood up, and there's plenty of depth there for it. Air's getting sucked in the front, coming up. Oh, I can already feel that starting to come up. As soon as I put my hands over it, you can feel the heat coming out the top. Yeah. This is how rocket stoves are designed to work. Sucks the air in from the front, heat comes up, and I'll tell you what, these Mrbuckaroonie ones, it is working exactly how a rocket stove's supposed to, guys. It really is. Absolutely brilliant. Right, let's get some... Throw a bit more kindling in the top. We'll get that cranked up. And what we want to do is put the rice on now. I'll put the lid on just so that the ash doesn't go in there. And what we're going to do is bring the water to the boil. Okay, give it one stir. Let the heat die down. Put the lid on and don't touch it. Okay, normally I'd have that off there, but I just want to keep the ash out. So I'll keep the lid on, bring it to the boil. Just as it starts simmering, give it one stir, lid on, leave it, and let that water absorb through the rice, and you'll have beautiful fluffy rice. Let's wait and see if it works. And you can see now the flames coming out there. This rocket stove is performing beautifully, it really is, and you can really control the heat. If you want more heat, throw a bit of wood in. If you just want to simmer things, let it burn down and just let it simmer. That is working perfectly. Good stuff. Hey guys, I've been lucky this afternoon. I've had a nice breeze and it's been feeding that rocket stove beautifully. Coming in the front and obviously keeping the fire going. You need oxygen to keep the fire going. Like any campfire, get yourself one of these little bloody workshop blowers. If I was struggling to get that fire going, which I haven't today, I've been lucky, you just bloody put it at the front, at the entrance, and a nice blow, get your wood going that way, and great for out camping as well. If you haven't got one of these little workshop blowers, doesn't matter what brand it is, runs off the 18-volt batteries, get yourself one. They're good for they're good out camping, good at home, cleaning the shed and everything out, the front balcony and whatever. Great for keeping your campfires going as well. That rice is almost at the boil, guys. I'll show you. Righto folks, you can see there that water's just starting to come to the boil on the edges there. So what I'm going to do now, oh, I just got some smoke in my eyes just as I said that. I'm going to put the lid on. No, I'm not. Correction. With a clean spoon, I'm going to give it one stir. One stir. Rightio. That's the only stir we do. That one there. Lid on. And what I'm going to do here is just take that off for now. I'm just going to let that burn down. There's a bit too much heat in there now, because what we want to do with this rice is simmer it with the lid on so all the water absorbs into the rice, makes it go fluffy. A little bit too much heat in there now, that's fine. Let that burn down, and then I'll put it on just when I think it's not too hot. And then we'll just put that back on, let it simmer, and don't touch it until the lid comes off, until all that water's absorbed. You can put a chopstick or something down there, and you'll know once there's no liquid on the bottom. If there's still liquid on the bottom, let it keep simmering and it'll absorb all that water. But that's a little bit too hot now. Geez, there's some heat come out of there, guys. These rocket stoves are incredible, they really are. I probably put a bit too much wood on there, but that brought that water and rice to the boil very quickly. It really did. As I said, there's nowhere for that heat to go except up, and they work very well. I was just saying to Roz, what a great way to cook in your backyard. 4 Besser bricks. Oh, really good. The old kookaburras are cranking up out the back there, late afternoon. Early morning, late afternoon, the kookaburras crank up. Alright, I'll have a few more sips of my beer, let that burn down, then we'll put my rice back on. And next time you see me, we'll be pulling the lid off the rice and show you how nice and fluffy it is. And then we might put the coconut curry back on just quickly, just to bring that to a simmer, and then we'll be ready to serve up. Righto folks, time to serve up. I'm going to serve Roz's up. I had a sneaky taste and it's bloody beautiful, like it always is. Coconut curry chicken, if you haven't tried it, give it a go. It is very, very nice. Just a good camp feed, eh? Righto. What's this for fancy? So there's our basmati rice, which has come out really nice and fluffy. Look at that. Got some heat in it too. Gee whiz. That has got some heat. I love me rice, and so does Roz. Being a Torres Strait Islander, they love their rice. Pat him down. Roz is coming out to supervise. Come out, check this out, Roz. Righto. Boy, there's some heat in that rice. Look at that.
Oh, darling.
How's that for fancy? So what we'll do now is we'll take the lid off the coconut curry chicken, which I just put back on the stove. I've let that, there's still a bit of heat in there. I'll put a few little bit more bits of wood in there. This is just such a great way to cook, and I tell you what, it doesn't take a lot of wood in that either, guys. It really doesn't. It's very economical on the wood. So I'll just give him a quick stir up, and I'm gonna.
Why aren't you doing yours first?
No, I'm doing yours. I've already. Oh, it's starting to break up me. I didn't squash it down hard enough. So a few of the wings. Roz likes the wings and that because that's where all the flavour is with the bone. We'll get a couple of bits of potato in there. We'll get some normal. Oh no, that's the thing. We'll try and get some thigh meat in there if we can. Bit more thigh meat. Another wing there, Roz. Enough there, and we need a bit of kumala. Bit of sweet potato. I haven't got any on there yet, so a little bit of kumala on there. That's heaps. That's a big feed. We're going to top it off with a couple of wedges of homegrown lime. There we go. I'll put this down. Rafa said, drop some chicken down, Dad. There we go. I'll put it on Terry G's chopping board. And as I said, I've already tried the Zura, the juice there, guys, and it's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that for a bloody good camp feed, cooked in, or cooked on, a couple of mongrel old Besser bricks in the backyard. How good is that? Anyway, give it a go. Try, if you haven't tried this before, let me know how it goes. I rate it, I really do. It's not a gimmick, guys. 4 Besser bricks and a couple of Besser brick caps, and I'll tell you what, I rate it. It is a good way to cook in the backyard. Get everyone involved, get the kids out, time the hook in. I give it the double thumbs up because I had a sneaky taste test just before. Alright, look after each other, be good, and if you like my new channel, like and subscribe. We'll try and get it back up to where it was, eh? Alright guys, be good to each other. We'll see you again soon, eh? See ya.